It's the mafia. Yeah. It's a Bill City. Yeah. A Buffalo Bill City. It's a Bill City. Yeah. It's a Bill City. Yeah. A Buffalo Bill City. Yeah. We got Josh Allen, got Steph Diggs, Russo, Deion Dawkins, cause you know it's about to snow. Mafia, you know we on a roll. No competition and it's not even close. Yeah. Ike McKenzie on a jet sweep, maybe it's a fake. Honestly, it's a TD either way when you got Josh Allen making plays. Win a bowl before we in a new stadium. Who gon' stop us? We the greatest. Forget the Dolphins, forget the Jets, forget the Pats. Come and replay us, cause we ready. Got on my cousin Vintage, yeah, we ready. All the tables is bending, yeah, we ready. We will put up a fight. We ready, Dawson, that's with a spike. Are you ready? Season tickets, I'm hype up the team. Ready, Buffalo. This is our team forever. It is. Forever. We got Josh Allen, got Steph Diggs, Russo, Deion Dawkins, cause you know it's about to snow. Mafia, you know we on a roll. No competition and it's not even close. It's a Bill City. Yeah. A Buffalo Bill City. Yeah, it's a Bill City. A Buffalo Bill City. Yeah, we got Josh Allen, got Steph Diggs, Russo, Deion Dawkins, cause you know it's about to snow. Mafia, you know we on a roll. No competition and it's not even close. It's a Bill City. Yeah, a Buffalo Bill City. Beware. Yeah, it's a Bill City. Yeah, a Buffalo Bill City. Taron Johnson with a pick six. It's just too easy. Don't pass it the trade way. Please believe me, we got High Rod behind him and Poyer Free. On these songs, I'm snapping like I am Reed Ferguson. Greg Rousseau can show you what he's about. Trey Edmonds and Matt Milano can't get around him. My team is grounded. We ready. Got on my cousin Vintage. Yeah, we ready. All the tables is bending. Yeah, we ready. We will put up a fight. We ready. Dawson, that's with a spike. Are you ready? Season tickets, I'm hype up the team. Ready, Buffalo. This is our team forever. Forever. We got Josh Allen, got Steph Diggs, Russo, Deion Dawkins, cause you know it's about to snow. Mafia, you know we on a roll. No competition and it's not even close. It's a Bill City.
Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What up, sports world? Bills Mafia, where y'all at right now? What's good, what's good? I'm Andre the Torch Robinson in the building. Rise Up Early, the Buffalo Bills edition of Rise Up Early is in the house right now. And of course, you know what it is, man. I got my guy to my right. To my right. He is Buffalo Bills beat writer, beat reporter, sports phenomenon, my guy, Power 96.5's own Mookie, the Coach Hawkins. Mook, what's up?
Good morning, Andre. Good morning. Thank you for that great introduction.
Man, I got to give props where props is due, man. It's been a week of homage. By the way, shout out to everybody that's involved in Rise Up Family. Yes, Rise Up Family was awarded the homage award. We appreciate all y'all love and support. I couldn't have did it without my mentor right here to my right. Mookie Hawkins, Pat Freeman, guys who've been in sports media for years, guys who know what the hell's going on. All right, they put me on, and
what the hell is?
Now, with that being said,
Von Miller crazy, bro.
Yo, listen, it's a crazy week because it's Fins versus Bills week. It goes down in 2 hours.
Von Miller wearing a ski mask and glasses.
Whew. Mookie, there's a lot of stuff going on this week. Can you give us some of the details of what's going on exactly right now as far as the Bills game? By the way, I know y'all waiting to talk about Micah Hyde. We'll talk about it later. Now, can we get some reports? What's going on with this damn game?
Well, obviously the storylines is the Bills are banged up, and everybody is kind of like in a panic. I don't know why people are in a panic. The Bills are the deepest team in the NFL. In the summertime, in training camp, I told everybody this Bills team is 40 deep, easy. And today, they're going to show how deep they really are. And they're still going to squish the fish with no Hyde, no Poyer. But he wasn't inactive, though. So that's another thing. Poyer wasn't inactive. Even though he has been ruled, some say he was ruled out, wasn't on the inactive list. So look for Jaquan Johnson, Damar Hamlin. And what people fail to realize is Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer barely participated in training camp. They was low nicked up then. Those guys got the bulk of the training camp reps. They got the bulk of the preseason. So it's not like these guys are out there with no experience. They just haven't started any games in the NFL that way. So I don't see why everybody's in a panic. No Mitch Morse. Big deal. You see where I'm wearing my hat, right? You have to believe. Believe, people. Believe. That's all you got to do. We still got Josh Allen. We still got that offense that nobody can stop. Everybody keep talking about the defense. Everybody just keep talking about what Tyreek Hill and Waddle going to do because what they did to the Ravens. The Ravens had the worst defense last year, and they got the worst defense again this year. So I don't know why everybody is just like going nuts about, oh, I'm scared of Tyreek Hill. Oh, he's not in Kansas City anymore. All right, what's that? Was that Dorothy? Dorothy is not in Kansas City anymore.
Kansas.
Not in Kansas City anymore. So all that stuff he did with Kansas City. He has to prove that he has to do that stuff again as a Miami Dolphin. So in the words of Aaron Rodgers, relax.
All right, listen, you heard it right there first. First and foremost, we definitely need to get into what's going on as far as the Buffalo Bills is a 59% match to win this game. According to ESPN Football Power Index, they still a 59% chance to win this game. Nevertheless, you already talked about it. No, what's the injury report again? No Ed Oliver this week. No Micah Hyde, Mitch Morse. Can you get that to us, the full injury report?
Well, I'll give you an inactive list.
Yep. Good.
Inactives for today's game is Mitch Morse, which is our center. All right. Khalil Shakur, Dane Jackson, Tommy Sweeney, Jordan Phillips. Oh, excuse me. Jordan Poyer is on this inactive list. Jordan Poyer, Mitch Morse, Ed Oliver. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You really got 4 starters. Jordan Phillips is not really a starter, but he plays like he's a starter. So you got 4 starters that's not playing. And Jordan Phillips. You add the 5th. Khalil Shakur, Tommy Sweeney. There's your usual inactives. In reference to that, but okay, we're about to see why the Bills are still a deep team. I mean, I just can't wait for the game to start. I just want the game to start. Like, you got to understand,
right?
You got to understand something. Damar Hamlin, Daquan Johnson, those are, whether we like it or not, it's the future for the Bills in reference to the safeties. That is the future right now. Jaquan Johnson is in his contract year, so he's showcasing himself. Damar Hamlin, he's going to be a while. He's going to be around for a while. So this is some good reps, some good experience for those guys to go out there and showcase their talent. But at the end of the day, the Bills' defensive line is still going to dominate Miami's offensive line. And to the point where Tua is still not going to be able to throw the ball like he wants to. You got feisty corners that like to come up and hit, play aggressive. We're going to see that today in 2 young rookie cornerbacks. We're going to see how patient our safeties is. We're going to see, how much of a drop-off is it with Damar Hamlin and Jaquan Johnson being out there other than Poyer and Micah Hyde. Now, I'll put it to you like this. If today was a game that the Bills had to play for home field advantage, if this game determined home field advantage, Jordan Poyer would play in this game. Mitch Morris will play in this game. I'm not sure about Jordan Phillips, but Ed Oliver probably will probably play in this game. So 3 out of those 7 guys I mentioned, if it came down to this game have any other importance on how the season is going to transpire, those guys will be playing. But it's early. I mean, these guys need to rest. This game is not going to make or break the Bills at all. So this is time to rest those guys' injuries, because the Bills got Baltimore the week after that. They got Pittsburgh, Kansas City, and Green Bay. Now, those are games that they got to win. Even though, Miami is a game they got to win too. But they play Miami twice. So this is a game where, hey, let's see what our twos is going to do. Let's really see how deep we really are as a team. The Bills coaching staff has nothing but the utmost confidence in those guys to go out there and make plays. And I do too.
All right. So you heard it first. Confidence is key right here. All the injury reports is in, obviously. Let's talk about Josh Allen first and foremost. Might as well just start off with JA-17. What does JA-17 need to do today to get the victory over the Fins?
Just keep doing what he's been doing. I mean, he owns Miami. He won the last 7 games against them. It's going to be a new defense that he hasn't seen really, but the personnel is still the same. You got Xavier Howard and Jones out there. They're going to be locked up against Diggs, and everybody want to keep talking about how Xavier Howard locked up Diggs and X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. Okay, we get that, but Stephon Diggs is not going to be just staying on the outside. This is not Brian Daboll's offense anymore. This is Ken Dorsey's offense. So you're going to see Stephon Diggs be in that slot. You're going to see Stephon Diggs on the outside. You're going to see Stephon Diggs in motion. All right, so it's going to be all types of new little tweaks and wrinkles that Dorsey is bringing to this offense that's giving the Bills success. I mean, they're averaging 36 points a game right now. And I do still see the Bills putting up 36 and 37 points again today. So the Bills' offense is still intact. They went out there and played with Van Roten at center against Jeffrey Simmons. So, another veteran that can shoulder the load for a game. So no need to panic, Bills fans. The Bills are going to go out here and play like, I'm telling you, like they ain't missed a beat. So you're going to see guys out there playing like they've been playing all season. It just popped in like a computer virus.
My guy. Listen, Dolphins fanatic extraordinaire Jay Renard is in the building with us too. So, by the way, I need y'all to like and share this show, because I'm sure right now that it's about to get real hot right now.
Torch, he happy as hell. Look at the smile on his face. He is happy as hell. Look, he is happy as hell. The Bills have no Poyer, no Hyde, no Phillips, no Oliver. He is happy as hell. But let me tell you something. You're going to be very, very disappointed to know that the Bills beat the Dolphins without those guys being on the field, bro. So, floor is yours. Speak your piece.
Let me ask you real quick. I asked, what does Josh Allen need to do to beat the Bills? Since we got Jay Renato on, we might as well reverse this. We're gonna ask some questions and go back and forth. What does Tua Tagovailoa need to do to get it done against the Bills today?
Well, first and foremost, he's got to make sure that he can get it to Hill and Waddle and Gesicki. but just be his accurate self. He's accurate. Really just keep the turnovers to a minimum. And really, listen, Mookie, I'm not stupid. The pressure's still going to be there on Tua, but as long as Tua can sense that pressure and he's not going to fold like he did, technically against the Patriots in week 1, because there was a lot of times where he just made some stupid decisions and he got lucky that, he didn't turn the ball over. But if he does that kind of stuff against Buffalo, that's going to hurt us the worst. But if he can maintain the ball and get those passes, to the routes that needs to be, even using, I think there's going to be a lot of checkdowns today, because I do think that even though Waddle can pop the top, and Hill, again, you're still going to have to check it down. You're still going to have to find Gesicki and get to those running backs out of the backfield. I think that's a key to beating Buffalo today.
Well, we got a question already from Earl on YouTube right now. What's good, Earl? He says, so do you think the Dolphins corners and safeties are going to get embarrassed by Diggs today? That's a question for both of you guys.
Well, I think Diggs is going to have better numbers than he has had against Miami in recent outings, due to the fact that how Ken Dorsey moves him around in these offense. So the man is red hot fire right now. So we're going to see one-on-one again what X is going to do versus Stephon Diggs, and I don't think it's going to be any different. I think Diggs is playing his best football he's played in his career. And, and right now, that's a credit to Ken Dorsey moving him around in his offense to make plays. So I see Diggs having the usual numbers, 8 catches, over 100 yards in the score.
All right. Jay.
Mookie, I don't disagree with you with that. I mean, I think the numbers are going to be a little smaller than you think. But I believe the key to the defense today is not going to be Howard. I think it's going to be what Holland can do. Mm-hmm. And Holland needs to definitely step it up. He's been playing really well, but let's see what he does. But I think it's going to come down to the linebackers in Miami, just because Knox does scare me a lot, and Knox can do a ton. And then with McKenzie in that slot, that's another thing that, we're really going to have to be very mindful of as far as that goes. I think the defense overall, I mean, Howard he got smoked by Bateman last week. Let's just put it that way. There was a lot of times he was just he got ripped off. So it was pretty bad. Diggs is even obviously a better receiver than Bateman. But I think Howard has seen Diggs so much that that helps a little bit. But I mean, I still think Diggs will do what he does. I just think that he'll have probably he'll have a little less yardage wise. He might have a touchdown though. I definitely would see that as well.
So you're just taking the under on 100 yards receiving though. That's it.
I didn't give it like that,
man. All right. So another element that's been talked about a lot with both of these teams is the running game. I want you to tell me why your running game is going to be a definitive factor in this game, and I'll start off with Mook. The running game against Miami.
The funny part about it, Raheem Mostert has the same amount of yards as Devin Singletary has, 67 yards in 2 games. Both of these offensive has really been relying on the pass game and, to start the season off. So it really boils down to which team established the run the most. And, we have not really seen Ken Dorsey emphasize the run game. I think that, again, everybody's keep talking about this Josh Allen, this Tua, Debacle, and everybody's keep forgetting about this run game. Bills are very stout in the run, but this is where I think they miss Jordan Phillips. But we got quality depth. Brandon Bryant, Prince Emili may be in there. We still Tim Settle. We know how he pushes the pocket with the motor he got, Daquan Jones. So the Bills are kind of stout against the run. I think they like number 2 versus the run in the NFL right now. So I'm not sure what the Dolphins are defensively in that aspect, but I think, the Bills look to get Singletary a little bit more acclimated in the offense and the run game department, being that he is from Florida. And, I think that Devin Singletary is going to have a much better performance or much more emphasis in his offense today than he has been in the past 2 games.
The Buffalo Bills give up 66 yards per game so far in the first 2 games. 66 yards of rushing in the first 2 games, average. Jay.
So on the other side of it, I agree with Mookie as well. I think Miami tries to establish the run game early because they're going to have to do that because they're going to have to show that they can keep Josh Allen and that offense off the field. And I think they're going to try and run, that more of a rookie defense down and kind of, if they need quick scores, yeah, they could possibly get them. But I think that, going into the game, I think the game plan is definitely to establish the run, something that Miami hasn't been able to do the last probably 3 years against Buffalo. And that's one of the reasons why they get routed, because they can't keep Josh Allen off the field. And that's the problem. Josh Allen's going to get his. I mean, there's no stopping that kid. I love watching that kid every week. As much as I despise the Buffalo Bills, I really do love watching Josh Allen play. But yeah, we got to establish the run, and it's got to be. That's why Torch. I know everybody was laughing the other day when we were on the show, but I don't know, man. 150 yards rushing sounds good to me. That's a win if we get that.
Okay. With that being
I know. I see you, Mookie. I see you.
Hold on, y'all. Wait a second. Wait a minute.
Wow, look at that.
150?
Look at his face.
That ain't nothing but wishful thinking right there. Jesus. 150? That's not going to happen. Sorry. Not going to happen.
All right. So everybody that's watching right now, I need you to put in the comment section right now, which wide receiver has the better game tonight? Tyreek Hill or Stephon Diggs? Put it in the comment section. I want to see the comment section go crazy right now. Now, let's examine this matchup coming up.
Oh, Tyreek Hill for sure is going to have the better game.
Well, explain why. Give us some premise.
Why? Have you seen what Tyreek Hill has done the last 2 weeks? Are you kidding me? His numbers are a lot better than Stephon Diggs.
Are they now?
Look at him.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I even think that Waddle's numbers are almost probably just as comparable.
All right. So maybe I should load up the Price is Right fail horn right now. Maybe I think it's about that time. I think it's about that time I load it up. Maybe. Listen, sir. Mookie, who has the better game, Tyreek or Stephon Diggs?
I mean, we got to be careful about how we say that. I mean, what do you mean by better game?
Production-wise.
I'm gonna say Tyreek Hill will have the better game. The only reason that Tyreek Hill is going to have a better game is that Tyreek Hill and Waddle, again, is going to be playing from behind where they have to pass the ball, right? So, yeah, he may have slightly better numbers than Stephon Diggs, but Stephon Diggs are going to have more meaningful numbers than garbage numbers compared to what Tyreek Hill and Waddle is going to have. Yeah, they lead the league right now because guess what? They were down. They was getting their ass whooped last week, 35-14. So they had to throw the ball. I don't want to say it was garbage time, but it was desperation time. And they went out and did what they had to do to win that game. And you got to give them a hell of a whole lot of credit for doing that. You cannot. It's not a team out here that could score 28 damn points in the fourth quarter. So you got to give them hell of a credit for that. But I don't think that if they're not going to get off, if they get off to a slow start, the Bills get off to slow starts, and then they just run through you. If Miami can't afford to get off to no slow start, they can't afford that because the Bills is not going to allow them to come back down from 35 to 14. We let a team come back for 13 seconds. They are mentally scarred from that. Ain't no coming back. When the Bills get a lead on you, ain't no coming back. And that's why they put a barrage of points up now to make sure that ain't no team is coming back from this shit. So the Bills are going to be up. Tyreek Hill's numbers is going to be slightly better because they're going to have to pass to get back in this football game. That's it. Stephon Diggs is going to have more meaningful numbers with the W.
But Mookie, my question to you is, if Miami keeps this close, does Miami not have a chance to win the game?
Oh,
because
yeah.
I can tell you right now, if Buffalo needs to have at least a 10-point lead, or probably late in the fourth quarter, and not like a 4 or 5 point lead, because Miami can win that game if it's that close.
Hell yeah, they showed that they can win the game when you're down 28 points, let alone 10. Right. So of course, I mean, I'm sure Coach McDermott told those guys that, hey, we cannot let up on this team. You see what they did against Baltimore, 28 points real quick in one quarter. You got to keep the foot on the gas against these guys. So hell yeah, Miami can definitely come back. But this Bills team has been there, done that, been the star of so many damn movies on losing in a close situation that if they get up on Miami, they are not going to let up. That's all I'm saying. And they're going to expect them to do what they did against Baltimore. And they're going to be prepared for that as well. At the end of the day, I want to see Greg Rousseau. Now, if Greg Rousseau is lined up on Tua's left, that's your story right there. Because, again, Rousseau, 6'7", 6'8". It's going to be kind of hard for Tua to throw that ball over that guy. It's going to be kind of hard for him to get that ball over him. And soon Tua pull that thing down. Von Miller is going to be breathing down his backside. You know what I mean? This is something, that he has not experienced at all this season, in those first two games. Didn't experience this type of pressure against New England. He didn't experience this type of pressure against Baltimore. When it's go time, the Bills thrive on teams having to pass to get in this game because now the Bills know it's sack time. And guys like Von Miller has incentives. He needs them damn sacks. So I'll tell you this, the Dolphins don't want to try to play catch up again this week because it's going to get pretty ugly. It's going to be ugly if they try to play that game again like that. Don't forget, so they got to start fast. They got to try to exploit the inexperienced secondary that the Bills have out there. Now the Bills secondary is starting 2 rookies and 2 safeties that has not started in an NFL game at all.
All right, so real quick before we get into something that I wanted to say about what you mentioned earlier, Jay, I got to read some comments. Marcus the Alphabet said Hill is 1, Waddle is 3. Bill's secondary is going to get cooked. Don't forget Mostert, said Marcus. Ravens are a good team, said Marcus. And then Tyler James.
Ravens is not a good team, Marcus. Marcus, look, I'm tired of you being judge and jury and shit too. Like, Baltimore is not good. Where you see them good at, bro? How can you say they good when they blow a 28-point lead, when they let a team score 28 points in the fourth quarter, busting coverage and stuff like that? Where is that done in the NFL? Baltimore is not a good team. They just got Lamar Jackson. Come on, man. Come on now, Marcus. Marcus, you starting to just say anything now, bro. Like, Baltimore is not a good team. They're a good team on offense. They're not a good team on defense. That was clearly shown last week.
All right. So what I wanted to say is Tyler James Bush as well has a question too, Moogie. Moogie and Jay in the building, man. Y'all watching Buffalo Bills edition of Rise Up Early. Make sure y'all like and share the show.
You better worry about them damn Cowboys and Cooper Rush. How about that?
we on Twitter,
worry
Facebook.
About why Ezekiel Elliott is only averaging 45 yards a game.
He going off. Oh my goodness. All right. Tyler James Bush said, Andre,
Why
here's a
CeeDee
question.
Lamb ain't leading the team in reception? Worry about that.
Still going. All right. He said, since Poyer, Hyde, White, and Jackson is out, will there be more holding and pass interference calls? If that's the case, it doesn't help us.
I
Your
expect
thought?
to be some holding. They're gonna get a few penalties. They rookies, they're inexperienced. They have not gone against this type of speed ever in their career. So I expect them to have, some hiccups during the course of the game. As long as it's, short hiccups, not no big ones where it's going to cost them. You know what I mean? So I do expect the rookies to make some sort of mistakes. As long as they're minor and not major, the Bills will do fine.
All right.
The only way they're stopping Hill and Waddle, especially with Hill, you've got to press Hill at the line to slow him down. Other than that, they're done. Like you cannot give Hill 3, 5, 7 yards. He'll kill you.
Could somebody explain to me where in the hell was Tyreek Hill and Waddle at the first 3 quarters of the football game? Can somebody explain to me that then? Everybody keep talking, you can't stop them. They were stopped the first 3 damn quarters of a football game. The score was 35-14.
But they really weren't. Miami was trying to run the ball the first half. They would literally trying really hard to get that run game going the first half. If you really watch that game, that's what they were trying to do, and it was not working, and they were getting smoked. And at that point, that's when the pressure was coming. I mean, they don't. It seems to me that they don't even see Gesicki until the second half. The guy's almost like a nobody the first half of any game, and then all of a sudden Gesicki shows up.
That's the guy that concerns me the most. Everybody's talking about is Gesicki. He always have good games against the Bills. That's the guy that really concerns me the most is Gesicki. Because once again, we got inexperienced safeties out there. Who's checking Gesicki?
Yeah, but Milano did fine again. I mean, Milano shut him down last year.
All right, so here's something too.
I think it was more or less of the pressure than it was Milano. But
yeah.
Yeah. So Tyler James said he can't give up 12 to 15 penalties for 100 yards unless Allen opens up the score on every drive. No turnovers. Understood that. So getting to this wide receiver thing real quick. Jay, you said that Waddle and Hill, right? So Hill is number 1, 284 yards, 19 receptions. Do you know who's number 2?
Yeah, Diggs.
Do you know his numbers?
I don't know exactly offhand.
Right, I'll give them to you. 20 receptions, which is more than Tyreek's.
Yeah.
He has 270 yards, which is just 14 yards off, but he also has 2 more touchdowns. He has 4 touchdowns on the season. Tyreek has 2. So
right, but Waddle has more touchdowns than Hill.
So watch this. Waddle is number 3. Absolutely.
Right.
Waddle has more touchdowns than Hill. But you told me, sir, that that Stephon Diggs wasn't nowhere near. So, sir, sorry. I got to do it to you early.
The price wasn't right. The price
wasn't right. It wasn't right on that one. It wasn't right.
Don't make me take that big top music out.
It wasn't right on that one. But, all right. Let's talk defense real quick. Defense. Explain why your defense will win this game. I'll start with Jay. Why will your defense win this game coming up?
I'm not going to say why our defense would win this game. Really, the biggest thing for me is I need Phillips and Ingram to show up. If we haven't really seen much of Jalen Phillips at all this year yet, and he had a great preseason. I was expecting big things out of him this year. So I'm hoping he steps up today. And, of course, Ingram is Ingram. I mean, he's definitely going to disrupt, the game as much as he can. And then our interior linemen, let's see what we can do with that. But I'm not worried about our secondary. Our secondary is fine. We're not Linebackers are the only weakness I see that where we can really be exposed. But that's been the Dolphins' story for the last, literally at least 10 years. The linebackers situation, it's been horrible. And that's why I think Knox, if executed well enough, he could really hurt us. But otherwise, it's just really a matter of seeing our ends step up, our interior line step up, and then the secondary doing what they do. Because I still think with Howard and Holland, they're still one of the best tandems in the league.
Okay. Mookie, the Bills defense will win why?
Here we go. The storyline all week has been all about Miami's offense versus this Bills defense, and everybody seems to forget about the Bills have the high-powered offense of the NFL right now. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about what the hell Miami's defense is going to do with this offense. Everybody on the offense is healthy. Gabe Davis is good. Look, the Bills blew out Tennessee with Gabe Davis not even playing. Gabe Davis is going to play today. I don't see a defense stopping this offense. The only thing I see stopping this offense is this offense. I don't see Miami has not stopped this offense.
Whoa, wait a minute. Time out. Whoa. Did I hear you say Gabe Davis is playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's playing.
Oh, that makes it even better. To me, that makes it even better. Because I was under the assumption that he may not be playing in this game, but now Gabe is playing too? Oh, go ahead. Continue. Okay.
Nobody's been talking about that all week. Nobody's been talking about how in the hell the Dolphins is going to stop this Bills high-powered offense. Nobody has. ESPN. Nobody has been talking about what in the hell the Dolphins defense is going to do to stop this high-powered offense. Lamar Jackson had 119 yards on the ground, all right, against this damn defense. Nobody's talking about Lamar Jackson. Did he throw for 300 too?
Yeah, he did.
He throw for 300?
Yeah.
So he's putting up Josh Allen-like numbers in the loss. Their offense still scored, I'll say 28 points because Devin Duvernay returned the opening kickoff back to the house to start the game. So their offense scored 28 points. If Baltimore offense is scoring points, you don't think the Bills offense is going to score points?
Lamar threw for 318.
You think that they're going to hold the Bills defense of under 28 points? Don't think so. Bills is going to score points regardless of who they play. They showed you that. They could kick off the season versus the defending Super Bowl champions with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey out there. Both of them cook food. So I don't see the Dolphins defense stopping this Bills offense at all. Bills is going to score over 30 points.
All right, come on, Jay. Don't disappear. We talk about defense now. Don't disappear. By the way, once again, Lamar Jackson threw for 318 and 3 touchdowns against the Dolphins last week. All right. With that being said, here's my thoughts on it too. Since Jay just disappeared, when we get to talking defense,
well, it's game time, baby. It's just damn near game time. It's 12:20. So I don't know if he at the crib or he
looked like he going to his friend's house to watch the tuna cans. He's in his friend's house right now. Look at it. Did you see the disappearing act? Did you see that Houdini act? He was outside. Now he's in the house with the rest of the tuna can fans right now, getting ready to rock and roll. Yeah, he done planted his ass down on that couch. All right, so here's my thing. So first and foremost, obviously, you both make great points. Definitely as far as what's been going on as far as this game is concerned. Great analysis. By the way, if you tuned in right now, you are watching the Buffalo Bills edition of Rise Up Early. Mookie Hawkins is in the building, Buffalo Bills beat writer, sports reporter, and on top of that, he is the Power 96.5. All right, sports director. All right, we got Jay Renaud in the building as well. Miami Dolphins super fan, super fanatic Miami Dolphins guy, and Rise Up Family's own Rise Up Unlimited radio show co-host. All right, now With that being said.
Yo, we got Dolphins fans are hilarious though. They put
They already acting up early.
on Dolphins Brawl, right? On Dolphins Brawl, they got the guy trying to jump over the rail onto a table, and he fell short, and his face hit the dirt. That was a classic misfire right there. I died laughing off of that.
Misfiring earlier. I don't think the Bills defense will misfire in this game. I think it's going to be.
That's what the Dolphins basically in this meme. That's what they mean. The Bills is going to misfire or they're going to fall short today.
I think honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I think the defensive line. It's the defensive line versus the wide receiver speed. Can the defensive line get to Tua fast enough? Can they get to Tua fast enough? Oh, he over there cracking up. Yo, Jay, we could damn near see your tonsils. You doing all this laughing. He over here cracking up right now. Listen, so that's going to be to me.
I'm sorry, I got some Pats fans over there trying to say that they're going to take us both down. Like, that's just ridiculous.
I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, go to sleep. Take a NyQuil.
Yeah.
All right.
See?
With that being said, the defensive line has to get pressure. Just like Earl said that they need to put pressure on Josh Allen, I think you need to put pressure on Tua. Whoever can get the most pressure in this game will cause the most turnovers, in which I feel Buffalo Bills have shown you with 9 sacks this season already. They have a bunch of fumbles. They have 5 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken, already in 2 games, Mookie. 5 interceptions. Already 5 interceptions, 9 sacks, couple fumbles that the Bills defense can get it done. I will be looking to see what these linebackers can do. I have seen Matt Milano and Tremaine Edmonds has looked better in coverage. Mookie, would you say that Tremaine Edmonds has looked better in coverage lately?
Yes, he's looked better because again, the Bills did a good job of putting in this defensive line that's allowing him to, be a little bit more free. When it comes down to diagnosing plays, the guys can't just, get a free release and get their hands up on him. So he's been playing a little bit more cleaner, a little bit more freer. And you see him, out there making the splash plays that everybody's been waiting for him to do. And, that just took some good continuity up front. I mean, you got to look at it. Bills with Josh Allen, how they developed him. They put the right pieces around Josh, and he thrived. The Bills thought they had the right pieces around Tremaine, but they didn't until they revamped the defensive line. You got to figure Tremaine Edmonds made the Pro Bowl when Jordan Phillips and those guys were, wreaking havoc. When Jordan Phillips was on the team in his first stint, led the team in sacks, that able Tremaine to play a little bit more freer because now you have to double Jordan Phillips. In recent years, you didn't have to double Styler toilet paper. You didn't have to double Harrison Phillips, all right? And that hurt Tremaine's game. So what they do, they recognize that, got some pieces, some better players around him, and now you're seeing a better Tremaine Edmonds. So absolutely, Tremaine is going to have another awesome game today. Another guy with size and length that's going to pose some problems with Tua out there only being barely 6 feet.
Mookie, your corners are going to see this all day.
We ready for that. We ready for that.
There we go.
Hey, Tua's going to see this all day. He's going to be laying on his back. There's no reason this ain't going to happen when Tua's laying on his back. I'm trying to tell you that.
When I referenced on your show about seeing those body bags down in Miami, it's becoming a lot more real today. Coming a lot more real. So I want to make sure you don't go anywhere. When Miami wins today, I don't want you going anywhere. Don't go hiding. Don't go in your little cubby and hide.
For what? For what? The Bills is out here. The Bills is playing without 7 starters right now. Can Miami afford to do that and still think they got a shot of winning this game?
Do we have a shot to win the game?
If Miami was out 7 starters, do you think Miami have a shot of winning this game?
Oh, hell no.
Right.
No.
So this is where we about to show you how deep the Buffalo
Right,
Bills
but,
is.
but
Y'all
that
happy as hell. Look, y'all happy as hell. You see that big smile on your face because you happy, boy.
He had the big
Ooh,
Kool-Aid
we got
smile.
him. They ain't got no secondary. We got them. They're gonna just destroy them. Tariq Hill is gonna catch bombs over Baghdad, and it's just gonna be a blowout, and we're gonna win. We're gonna kick the Bills' ass.
you can't have excuses like that. You still got to play your game.
Yeah, this is
So
football. It's a
my
grown
thing
man's sport.
is today, even with the win today, that doesn't mean we dethrone the Bills, because I still think even if we win today, we split, because I still don't think we win in Buffalo. I don't. I'm a realist. I mean, I'm a football fan first. I mean, I love the Dolphins, but I'm not stupid. If we win today, we split with Buffalo, but I think the way we're playing, we're still a playoff team. Now, does that mean that I don't think you guys are still Super Bowl favorites or favorites to win the AFC East? Absolutely not. You guys are, I picked you guys to be in the Super Bowl. So again, I'm not stupid, but we need Miami needs this game more than Buffalo needs this game.
Right.
Okay? That's a fact.
That's
We need that
fact.
because
That's really facts.
we're trying to make a foothold in the AFC, not just in the East, but in the AFC. We got Cincinnati next week. We're not looking ahead to that game, but we got Cincinnati who's got their own problems on the offensive line. But if we can win and bring that momentum into Cincinnati, we come out 4-0. I'm going to be crazy with that, because I picked it at 2-2. Us at 2-2, and I had us losing to Baltimore. I always had us winning the Bills in Miami, but that was my preseason. But you know what I'm saying?
So those are going to flip-flop.
So Miami, if Miami comes out with this win now with 3-0 to start the gate, even if we go 3-1 our first 4 weeks, that's a hell of a run right there, because then the rest of the schedule isn't that hard, you know, for Miami. I mean, these first 4 weeks were pretty difficult looking at the schedule ahead, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I just want, because I have friends too that are Bills fans, and it's like, and especially William Richter, who I banter back and forth with all week long. But you know, I'm not saying that if we beat you guys today that we're dethroning the Bills, you know, and it's not our Super Bowl, but we're making a stand saying, hey, we are one of the better teams in the AFC, and you need to take us serious and not just think that we're just, you know, an easy walkover win. You know, it's not that anymore. I still have my doubts about Tua. I'm not a huge Tua supporter yet. I think he's still garbage. But the kid can play a little. He's definitely accurate enough, and he's definitely good enough to move the ball. And that's all I care about, is moving the ball. Because I'll tell you what, Miami couldn't move the ball the last 3 years. I don't care who was at quarterback.
That's just I just want to know. Hey, Jay. Hey,
Yeah.
Jay. I got some tissue for you. You sure you don't need these? Are you
No,
sure?
I already used the toilet paper, the Bills toilet paper. I already used that.
I mean, I got some just in case if you need it. All right. It'll be sitting right here at 4:30. It'll be sitting right here. All right. Now, X Factors real quick, and then we're going to talk Micah Hyde, because I got to. Yeah,
the Bills have just taken the field.
Oh, yeah. Bills taking the field right now. They said, BJ Samuel said that the Baltimore Ravens corners went down and Tua looked like a rock star. He said, Tua's trash, bro. You giving him too much credit.
Tua is trash. I said that. I trashed my own quarterback. I agree with him. I don't have much faith in Tua yet. I'm not saying that Tua is the man. Absolutely not. I'd rather have Skylar Thompson in there, or even two gloves Teddy Bridgewater, baby.
2 gloves. All right. X Factors real quick. Put it in the comment section, you guys. Predictions. Put your predictions and X Factors in the comment section right now if you on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, whatever the case may be. put them in the comment section. Let them comments rain now. Now, with that being said, last 10 minutes of this show, I legitimately left these last 10 minutes open-ended for the Micah Hyde conversation. Mookie Hawkins, can you please explain, for the love of God and all the disciples, the Micah Hyde situation?
Red zone.
Well, I know everybody's bummed out over the fact that we're not going to have Micah Hyde this season, and this is something that you haven't seen in the team, all season. Well, for years that a star player is out for the season. So, I think everybody just like reading it wrong, like you said earlier, Torch. Bills ain't make no press release on Micah Hyde being out for the season. He put a tweet out. People got to read him in between the lines. Yeah, he may be on the IR. IR is anywhere from 4 weeks to the end of the 17 weeks. But it's season, not postseason. You mean to tell me that the Bills get on a Super Bowl run and this guy's not going to be thinking about playing? You got to be kidding me. You think the Bills will be one game away from a Super Bowl? You don't think Micah Hyde is going to be ready to suit up out there? You got to be kidding me. He said 23-23. Postseason starts in 2023. So look for Micah Hyde to be back in the Bills uniform for the postseason. There it is. Mic drop.
Thank you very much, Mookie Hawkins, for somebody who is directly, again, media. Listen, you guys, we talked about this, Jay, at length, and I'm glad that you understand what I was saying too. ESPN, Sports Illustrated, USA Today, all those guys, media-wise, are paid. A matter of fact, they pay to put out early stories. They do not always have all of the story. Again, I preface it and said to make sure you watch the verbiage that was used. His agent didn't say he was out for the entire 2022-23 season. Micah Hyde has not said that he was out for the entire season. Okay? The Buffalo Bills, the team, has not said he is out for the entire season, okay? So for people who are putting out these posts that he is done for the entire season, again, you're wrong. There's no other way I could put this. You're wrong. To say that it was confirmed by who? Well, the team hasn't said it. Micah Hyde didn't come out and directly say it. His agent didn't directly say it. Anything else other than that is just an assumption. You have to understand media and how it is, how the media works. ESPN is not the be-all, know-all, okay? Sports Illustrated is not the be-all, know-all. There are people who easily that do this in real life and in reality who could easily be on SportsCenter. They are no better than any other entity. To me, they're not better than Waffle Sports. They're not better than Challenger News. They're not better than Stadium Rant. They're not better than Rise Up. They're not better than anybody. They're a multi-million-dollar corporation who pays for stories to put out stories early. That's all I'm going to tell you. And for people who have direct correlation with the organization, we would have the information first. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay? We would have that information first. Regardless of what trail you want to go through. They're not better than the Buffalo Criterion or anybody else because those entities are directly in relation to the team. All right? That's all I want to tell y'all. So when people tell me, oh, the big dogs, they're not big dogs. They're no different than anybody else. They're not the big dogs. What? Because they're multi-million-dollar facet corporate companies. They're not the big dogs. You get real sports talk, real exclusive news right here. Right here. Real rap. Right here. Real rap. See the guy with the Bills Believe hat on? You can get real exclusive shit from him. You can get real exclusive shit from me because we directly located and directly involved with these teams. Period. All right. With that being said, predictions. You guys drop predictions. And look at the faces. It's hilarious.
I got Miami 34-31. I know, Moogie. Go ahead.
Yo.
Never score more than 2 touchdowns. I get it, but you're not a realist.
Oh. Yo.
You're muted, which is a good thing. Torch, he's muted, but that's good.
Right. What's real is, as I was saying before, and I didn't take my thing off mute because I was doing a little typing. I don't want no, that stuff in the background. But I'm not a realist. What real is, the Bills only give up 8.5 points a game. What's real is, the Bills average damn near 36 points a game. I don't see no drop off in that. And hey, I'm not making no excuses. I said before, this Bills team is deep. It's loaded like a baked potato. They are 40 deep. They have quality depth. They can afford to not start 7 starters. Okay? 7 starters out there. Not playing. They will beat the Miami Dolphins the same way they beat the Tennessee Titans, the same way they beat the Los Angeles Rams. Bills 37, Dolphins 20.
Buffalo hasn't played anybody yet. I don't know what you're talking about. This is the first real test that Buffalo's has.
What?
Real test?
What?
Go to bed.
What? Jay. I'm acting
well, no,
like
he's right though. He's right. This is a real test for the Bills defense. Let's not nickname this shit. This is a real test. You got 2 of the fastest receivers in the game right now up against an inexperienced secondary. So it looks the part, right? It looks that, man, they can't stop those 2 guys. They got 2 rookies out there. They don't have the all-pro safeties out there. When you look at that scenario, it plays into Miami's favor because that's their strong suit. And it's hard to stop Tyreek Hill. All right, let's not nickname that. It is hard to stop that guy. And, hey, the Bills forced Miami's hand to go out and get Tyreek Hill because the addition of Von Miller. So they made Miami step their game up to add a piece that's going to keep them competitive in the division. And they did that. So this is where we're going to see, where we are. A guy that's been a thorn in the Bills' side for playoffs to AFC championships. We got to see this guy twice. And rest assured, the Bills definitely want Tyreek Hill. They definitely want to go out there and prove that they could go out there and tame a cheetah. They're going to have to tame a cheetah with an inexperienced secondary. And at the end of this day, when the Bills do win, people better start giving Leslie Frazier his goddamn credit on, him. Got to be a head coach in the making. He definitely should be the next candidate for a head coaching position. I don't think there's no drop off. I've seen it in training camp when when Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer didn't even play the majority of training camp or the preseason. So DeMar Hamlin and Jaquan Johnson definitely got quality reps, but now we're going to see how ready they are to play versus the top tandem, the top receiver core in the NFL and those guys. And I think it's no different. It's really no drop off because that defensive line is still intact. And, Miami's going to make a run of it. But
Mookie, I don't know how you can say that with Poyer out. Poyer shut down and locked up Waddle last year. So who's going to do that? Hyde's out, Poyer's out. Who's doing that?
Jaquan Johnson's going to do that.
That's what I want to know is who's going to do that.
Jaquan Johnson is going to do that.
You still have to account for Hill, and as much as I didn't really like Wilson, we still got Cedric Wilson too. Like you got to account for all these guys.
Mm-hmm. My thing is this though: everybody keep denying the fact that we drafted Kaiir Elam for Tyreek Hill. We needed a big physical corner that could run. And that's what Kaiir Elam is. So let's not, refrain from that fact on why the Bills drafted a corner in, the first round. So then we got Christian Benford out there who had 14 interceptions at Villanova. So, he plays the part. These guys are not no little guys. They both 6'2", they rangy, they physical, and they have the speed. So we want to see if that draft pick adds up, worth his stock on getting picked, because we drafted him for Tyreek Hill. So we're going to see what our secondary is made of right now without Tre'Davious White, without Dane Jackson, without Poyer or Hyde back there. And if the Bills put up 35, if they whoop Miami ass with a depleted secondary, I mean, we know eventually that the Bills are going to lose some games somewhere. We know that. But I just don't think Miami still have enough to beat the Bills today with those guys not playing. And obviously, the Bills coaching staff feels the same way because they're not playing. I mean, Poyer injury isn't that severe to the point where he can't play. It's a precaution that he's not playing. Same thing with Mitch Morse. Mitch Morse came back and played in that Tennessee Titan game. Why he's not playing today? It's just a precaution. You know what I mean? So if the Bills feel that they can afford those guys not being out there, tells me they have a game plan in place. And they have nothing but the utmost confidence in their guys that could go out there and get the job done. And man, you see what the hats say. Believe. Now the Dolphins fans are licking their chops because these guys aren't playing. You know what I mean? So my thing is this: if all of these guys were playing, would y'all still have the same damn energy? If all these guys are playing, would you have the same energy?
I know. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
By the way, yo, listen, this is why I love sports talk, man. I love sports shows like as such. You guys have been phenomenal this morning, to be very honest. Been super phenomenal this morning. When you get a chance, go to BillsBeat.com and read the Firestarters article on 3 reasons why the Bills will beat the Dolphins. It's real simple. The story about how the Bills ate the tuna cans. Catch the cliche? Ate the tuna cans. Ate the tuna cans. All right. With that being said, if the Bills do win today, it's 8 in a row, by the way. 8 in a row. It'll be 8 in a row. All right. Josh Allen, it becomes your daddy. Becomes your daddy with no Maury Povich show, okay?
I hope because when the Bills lose, I don't care. He needs to chug some Gatorade or whatever and get on here later on. I want to see Monster. I want to see Mookie.
Yeah, shout out to Monster, by the way, who couldn't make the show today. He's a little under the weather, but nevertheless, Monster would have been on here talking
if I didn't have my defense playing. So I don't blame you.
He's talking big stuff.
Get them ball bags ready. Here they come.
Gotta love it. All right, with that being said, it's almost kickoff time. You're about 15 minutes away. You guys enjoy Buffalo Bills versus Miami Dolphins coming up 1 o'clock. It's 100 degrees out there from what I heard. 100. I got some people. It's a lot of Buffalo people down there. Pat Freeman's down there too. I heard Pat. Oh yeah, we on at 6, right, Moot?
Yes.
Oh yeah. All right. We'll be there.
Yeah, you can call in at 6 too.
Call in at 6 too.
If you're not squished. If you're not squished enough.
If you're not squished. Yeah. Hilarious.
Enjoy the game, guys. It's 20 minutes. Get your popcorn and all your condiments ready. Enjoy the game. Go Bills.
And by the way, Shout out to everybody once again. We appreciate y'all. 6 years, great sports, media, sports, news, all you guys. Bills Mafia, this is for y'all too. So appreciate y'all. Again. Peace. We out of here. Where's the beer at?
Yeah. It's the Mafia. Yeah. It's a Bill City. Yeah. A Buffalo Bill City. It's a Bill City. Yeah. It's a Bill City. Yeah. A Buffalo Bill City. Yeah. We got Josh Allen, got Step Diggs, Russo, Deion Dawkins, cause you know it's about to snow. Mafia, you know we on a roll. No competition and it's not even close. Yeah. Ike McKenzie on a jet sweep, maybe it's a fake. Honestly, it's a TD either way when you got Josh Allen making plays. Win a bowl before we get a new stadium. Who gon' stop us? We the greatest. Forget the Dolphins, forget the Jets, forget the Pats, come and replay us. Cause we ready, got on my cousin Vintage, yeah, we ready. All the tables is bending, yeah, we ready. We will put up a fight. We ready, Dawson, that's with a spike. Are you ready? Season tickets, I'm hype up the team ready. Buffalo, this is our team forever. It is. Forever, We got Josh Allen, got Step Diggs, Russo, Deion Dawkins, cause you know it's about to snow. Mafia, you know we on a roll. No competition and it's not even close. It's a Bill City. Yeah, a Buffalo Bill City. Yeah, it's a Bill City. A Buffalo Bill City. Yeah. We got Josh Allen, got Step Diggs, Russo, Deion Dawkins, cause you know it's about to snow. Mafia, you know we on a roll. No competition and it's not even close. It's a Bill City. Yeah. A Buffalo Bill City. Beware. Yeah, it's a Bill City. Yeah. A Buffalo Bill City. Taron Johnson with a pick six. It's just too easy. Don't pass it the trade way. Please believe me, we got High Rod behind him and Poyer free. On these songs, I'm snapping like I am Reed Ferguson. Greg Rousseau can show you what he's about. Trey Edmonds and Matt Milano can't get around him. My team is grounded. We ready, got on my cousin Vintage. Yeah, we ready. All the tables is bending. Yeah, we ready. We will put up a fight. We ready, Dawson. That's with a spike. Are you ready? Season tickets, I'm hype up the team ready. Buffalo, this is our team forever. Forever. We got Josh Allen, got Step Diggs, Russo, Deion Dawkins, cause you know it's about to snow. Mafia, you know we on a roll. No competition and it's not even close. It's a Bill City.